Next question. The chief executive officer of a company thinks that shareholders always look for EPS. So company's chief executive officer feels that say, the shareholders are always more concerned that say what is EPS. Therefore, he considers maximization of the earning per share as his company's objective. His company's current net profit of rupees 80 lakhs and the price earning ratio is 10.5. He wants to buy another firm which has current income of 15 lakh 75,000 and the price earning multiple of 10. First part of the question. What is the maximum exchange ratio which CEO should offer so that he could keep EPS at the current level? Given that the current market price of both the acquired and the target company are 42 rupees and 105 rupees respectively. That is the question. I request all of you to go through the question, please. Dear students, we have been provided with information about two companies. One is A Limited and another is T Limited for our understanding purpose. Earning after taxes is given for each of them 80 lakhs and 15 lakh 75,000. Price earning ratio is given 10.5 and 10 and market price of the share is given 42 and 105. Just for one thing I would like to draw your attention. The question is providing the information over here. This is for the acquiring company and this is for the target company. Over here, this is for the acquiring company and this is for the target company. However, it may happen that say later on they say may change the sequence. They may give first of all for the target company and then acquiring company. So just be little bit careful for this kind of small like the manipulation that say they may do. The first part of the question says that say from acquiring company point of view, you're required to compute the maximum affordable exchange ratio so that its EPS is not diluted post merger. I request you to write answer in the chat box. Friends, over here we can make the calculation of the answer something like this. Let me explain you, do not write anything. Price earning ratio is given, yes it is given. MPS is given, yes it is given. So adequate information is there to compute the EPS. So working note number 1, calculation of earning per share. What is the formula of the price earning ratio? Formula of the price earning ratio is MPS upon EPS. Now we have to compute the EPS. It is found as MPS upon price earning ratio. It is required to be calculated for acquiring company and for target company. So MPS is 42 and 105. Divided by price earning ratio. It is 10.5 and 10. So 42 divided by 10.5. That comes to 4. And this is 10 rupee 50 paise. Let us check the condition for the purpose of applying shortcut method. First, is there any increase in the earning? No. Second, is it break-even exchange ratio? Yes. So what a student can do, a student can make the calculation of the exchange ratio like this. EPS of T divided by EPS of A. So it is 10 rupee 50 paise upon 4. That comes to 2.625. That is the way the exchange ratio can be calculated. I request you to write down this answer and then I will show you the answer with a detailed method also. Now instead of this shortcut method, you can go with the detailed working also. In that case, you are required to work out the answer in this way. We have been provided with the earning after taxes. It is 80 lakhs and 15 lakhs 75,000. So the total of both of them is earning after taxes of the merged firm. We understand that say we require so the EPS. So basically we are required to prepare this working note definitely. That is this earning per share working note will be prepared. Afterwards we will work out the answer in this way. So write down answer along with me. Working note number 1, calculation of earning per share for A limited and T limited. It is 4 rupees and 10 rupees 50 paise. Working note number 2, calculation of number of shares. In that write down EPS is equal to earning after taxes divided by number of shares. Number of shares is equal to earning after taxes divided by EPS. That is required to be calculated for both the companies, that is A limited and T limited. For the acquiring company, earning is provided as 80 lakhs and for target company it is 15 lakhs 75,000. Divided by earning per share. It is 4 rupees and 10 rupee 50 paise. So number of shares would be 20 lakhs and over there the number of shares would be 1,50,000. So we compute that say what must be the number of equity shares of both the companies before merger. Next, calculation of exchange ratio. We understand that say over here we have to put the equation like this. EPS attributable to T limited, to A limited is equal to EPS of the merged firm itself. Okay. We understand that so the A limited wants that the EPS should be at least rupees 4. EPS of the merged firm is EAT of A plus EAT of T divided by NA plus NT into ER. This is the way we have to form the equation. NA plus NT into ER is transferred on the left hand side. So it is NA plus NT into ER is equal to earning after taxes of A, that is given to us in the question 80 lakhs. Earning after taxes of T is given to us as 15 lakh 75,000 divided by this 4 is transferred on the right hand side, so it goes in the denominator. Number of shares of the target company, it is 1,50,000 into exchange ratio. Number of shares of the acquiring company, that is 20 lakhs. So 80 lakhs plus 15 lakh 75,000 upon 4. So 23 lakh 93,750. So 1,50,000 into exchange ratio is equal to 20 lakhs is transferred on the opposite side, so it becomes negative. So final answer of the exchange ratio will be 3,93,750 divided by 1,50,000. So the answer is 2.625. or it may be written as 2.625 is to 1. Second part of the question, if the CEO, highlight the portion, borrows funds at 15% and buys out the target company by paying cash, how much cash should he offer to maintain his earning per share? That is a question. Assume income tax rate is 30%. This is slightly a new question, but yet I want to test that can you solve it or not. Try to do answer of the question on your own and put your answer in the chat box. Now friends, let us have understanding that's how to make the calculation of answer. I hope that everybody is clear with the question. The question says that from acquiring company point of view, we are required to compute that what is the amount of the cash consideration that we should pay for acquisition of the target company so that at least my EPS is not diluted. Let me explain to you how to do answer. Since we are going to raise the debt financing for the purpose of acquisition, so for the debt financing we will get the advantage of the interest tax saving. So we will have, say, the first working note, calculation of KD, that is cost of debt financing, that we study in the chapter of the cost of capital, that is rate of interest into 1 minus T. What is the rate of interest? 15%. And what is income tax rate? It is 30%. So 15 into 0.7, that comes to 10.5. This is the way cost of debt financing is calculated. That is the first working note. Now importantly we understand like this. Earning per share attributable to A Limited is EPS of the merged firm itself. This is the basic formula that we have. The earning per share of A Limited should be 4, that is 42 rupees divided by 10.5. Earning per share of the merged firm is earning after taxes of A plus earning after taxes of T minus, listen carefully, X into 0.105. What is X? X is the amount of the cash consideration that we are going to pay for acquisition of the target company. Company has borrowed an amount of rupees X and that amount is paid in form of consideration for acquisition of the target company. So it is X into 10.5%. That is the way post-tax cost of debt financing that we will have, divided by number of shares of the merged firm. That is number of shares of A plus number of shares of T into exchange ratio. This is what's the formula that we will have. Listen me carefully, I'm sorry. Divided by number of shares of A Limited. Why? Because we understand that no shares are issued for acquisition of the target company. So what will happen? It is 4 rupees into number of shares of the acquiring company has already been found by us. It is 20 lakhs. In the earlier working note we have that is calculated. This is 80 lakhs. This is 15 lakh 75,000 minus 0.1050 X. Now X will be calculated as balancing figure. Please write down answer. So we understand that over here 4 into 20 lakhs, that comes to 80 lakhs, is equal to 80 lakhs plus 15.75 lakhs minus 0.1050x. So 0.1050x is transferred on the opposite side, is equal to 80 lakhs plus 15.75 lakhs minus 80 lakhs. This 80 lakhs is transferred on the opposite side. Okay. So what will happen, friends? This 80 lakhs will be cancelled against with this 80 lakhs. So value of the X will be 15 lakh 75,000 divided by 0.105. So 15,75,000 divided by 0.105. That comes to rupees 150 lakhs. This is the way we are required to make the calculation of answer. Now friends, the same answer can be calculated by an alternative method. It is like this. First of all, working note number 1, calculation of cost of debt financing, that is 10.5 percentage. Next is calculation of amount of consideration. Dear students, it can be calculated like this directly. Earning after taxes of T divided by KD. That's it. What is earning after taxes of target company? It is 15,75,000 divided by 0.105. So the answer is directly 150 lakhs. See, try to understand the logic. From the acquiring company point of view, we are required to compute that what is the maximum affordable exchange ratio, what is the maximum amount of the consideration that I can pay. Now, am I going to give from my pocket? No. I am going to borrow for the purpose of acquisition. We understand that, say, whatever the funds that we borrow, it has a post-tax cost of debt financing of 10.5 percentage. So what is the amount that I can afford? We understand that, say, whatever the earning that I am going to have, say, from the target company, that is the maximum post-tax financial charges that I can afford. That's it. If at all I borrow 100 rupees, say, to pay that to target company, it will have cost of 10 rupee 50 paise. I can afford maximum cost of 15,75,000 because this is the earning from the target company that I am going to have. So 15,75,000 divided by 10.5 percentage is the consideration that I can afford. So just a summary of the answer. There are two companies, acquiring company and target company. Information is given that, say, what is the maximum affordable exchange ratio to the acquiring company for acquisition of the target company. Since there is no synergy gain, there is no increase in the earning, we can apply the direct formula or we can go with the detailed method. Dear students, doing this much presentation is valid, it is acceptable in examination. In my opinion, the doing second part of the question is more important. We can say that over here, you are going to have the leverage for the purpose of acquisition. So you are going to borrow, and the question says that, say, what is the maximum consideration that you can afford for acquisition of the target company. So it is an amount of 150 lakhs. Just write down a heading of this working note. Calculation of maximum cash consideration to be paid. In bracket I am writing X. This we can do with the alternative method in which KD is found, and based on that, say, directly you have a small formula for doing answer, and which you can always resemble over here. It is earning after taxes of target company 15,75,000 divided by cost of debt financing.